What's up, y'all? Welcome to my first YouTube video for my channel. So today I'm just gonna be doing a voiceover on this this nail video that I recorded like earlier, and I hope you guys like it. If I sound a little crazy or if I mess up some words, disregard that, because this is my first YouTube video and I'm kind of nervous slash excited about the whole thing. So yeah, but let's get right into it. So right now what I'm doing is trimming the nail so that I can apply nail tips on there. Basically, I'm just gonna be mimicking what I would do on a real client. Yeah, right now I'm just trimming the nail down to a shorter length so that the nail tips will be able to stick on. And that thumb right there was so hard for me to cut. I don't know why, y'all, but I was really struggling, like bad. But yeah, so right now I'm just checking to make sure that everything's okay and how we're going to basically start this off. And basically, when you first start off for a acrylic full set on a real client, you are prepping the natural nail, which means that you're trimming the nail down if it needs to be trimmed, and you're going to be removing the natural shine from the nail, which I'm doing right now. And as you can see, I'm using an e-file, which that was kind of retarded for me to do that. I was just so excited to do the video, I just jumped right into it. But usually when you're doing a practice hand, you will use just like a regular file, a 8080 grit file, to remove the shine. And you're removing the shine because so that the nail tips can stick on. So that's what I'm doing right now, is just smoothly removing that shine from that nail. And yeah, and while I was recording this, it was really kind of hard for me to like get comfortable. Like, it was just something about this mannequin hand that was just making it so hard, but I managed to get through it. That's all that matters. And as you can tell, I decided not to do the thumb because it was just giving me too many problems. Like, I was just like, fuck it. Right now, I'm showing you what nail tips I'm going to be using. And I got these from my local beauty supply store. And I actually ended up not using those nail tips because for some reason they just would not stick on this practice hand. So I just wind up getting my good nail tips that I got from my nail supply store, and I'm using this nail glue that I also got from my nail supply store. And when you are applying nail glue, you need to make sure that you don't apply too much, because if you put too much, it won't stick, or it'll just run down the nail tip and then it'll get so messy. So you don't want to do that. So you just need to make sure that you're applying just enough that it'll stick. And right now, that's what I'm doing. It kind of took me a while to just lay the nail tips on because they just kept popping off. And I'm like, what's going on here? Like, this is not supposed to be happening for my first YouTube video. But anyway, when you're applying nail tips to a mannequin hand, they're not going to be the same size as the nail bed, because you have to use bigger nail tips for a practice hand in order for them to stick. I don't know why it does that, but you just have to find a way bigger nail tip to glue on, because that's the only way they're gonna stick. So right now, that's what I'm doing, basically repeating the steps that I just did. And I'm just waiting for it to adhere to the nail, because like I said, it was just giving me problems this whole time. Okay, y'all, so I already applied all the nail tips to the natural nail, and what we're gonna do now is clean up the sidewalls and trim the free edge. I'm gonna do another video on like what I mean by the free edge and the sidewalls and like the structure of the nail, so you can get a better understanding of it. But right now I'm trimming the sidewalls just to give it that slimmer, cleaner look for this set. And you want to use a straight edge nail clipper because that's just going to give it that cleaner look. And we're just going to be trimming the sides. And you kind of can't see what I was doing because the angle of this phone it messed everything up. Like, it was just giving me the hardest time. And for some reason, my nail clippers today was just being a butthole. Like, they just would not cooperate with me. Like, I'm like, really, dude? This first video, you want to act like this? Like, come on now. But right now, I'm trimming the free edge just to give it the length that I'm looking for. And then now I'm trimming the sidewalls. And I'm doing that in a 45-degree angle for the coffin shape. And as you can tell, those nail clippers was just not having it today. Like, they just like, leave me alone. Like, I don't want to do this. And for some reason, I just could not get that freaking nail clipper on that nail. Like, it just would not stay. And I'm like, dang, again? You really gonna do this again? Anywho, so now what we're gonna do is basically we're gonna bring out the file again, which I have an 80/80 grit nail file for the nail tips to give it a clean shape. And when I file for coffin, I make sure that I have my nail file in a 45-degree angle in order to get that slim, slender look for coffin. Yes, and as you can see, like, when you file like the nail tips, just make sure you don't bend the nail tip because it will hurt your client and you do not want that. So basically, when I file, I make sure I hold the nail tip so it won't bend, and I angle my file at a 45-degree angle. And when you file, you don't want to stay on one side too long. And what I mean by that, like, when you do one side, you need to, like, count while you're doing it. Like, one side, you'll do 1, 2, next side, 1, 2, and basically repeat the same steps. Because if you just stay on one side for too long, your shape is going to be lopsided, and you're not going to like that, and your client is going to hate you after this. Or not hate you, but, like, they just not going to feel it. Like, they just not gonna be like, I don't like this shape, like, can you fix this? And you don't want that to happen, because then you're gonna have to stop what you're doing and then start over, and we don't want that. So just be careful when you're shaping, because yeah. And like I said, you see me holding the nail tip so they won't bend. Right now I'm just taking my nail file and I'm removing the shine from the nail tip. And this is because we need the acrylic to stick on the nail. And you have to remove the shine from the natural nail. You also have to remove the shine from the nail tip in order for everything to stick. Okay. Right now, I'm using some primer that I got from Sally's. I usually don't use this on my clients. I'm just using this today just for demonstration. And I mean, it works pretty good, but but usually I'll use Mia Secret primer and dehydrator, and I just use the primer. And this right here is Valentino, or is it Valentina acrylic. It's in the color Perfect Nude, and I really love that color. Like, it's just like that nude goes with any skin complexion, and I love it. So right now, I'm just showing you how to apply the bead to the nail tip. And I usually do a 3-ball method if I have, like, long nails that I'm doing, because that just ensures that everything is just laid correctly and we don't have any lumps or bumps, and we're just making sure that we're not missing anything on a nail. And while I apply the acrylic, I make sure that I tap the sides of it just to make sure that I keep my shape, because you don't want to put the acrylic on there and then it starts running everywhere and then you finna have a lopsided shape. Like, you gotta make sure that the acrylic is flowing like directly downward, and you're making sure that you're building an apex. You're making sure there's no lumps and bumps. And see, when you apply the acrylic on there, make sure when you apply it, your client finger needs to be downward, and you need to be starting from the side, and then middle. Side, and the middle, if I can get there. I'm just make sure that shape is still there, so we won't have to do too much filing when we're done. And when you apply the bead towards the cuticle, you need to make sure that you do not get the acrylic on the cuticle, because that's going to cause lifting, and you don't want that. Okay, we do not want lifting on the nails, because like I said, if that happens, your client is going to be mad at you, and then they're not going to want to pay. But let's just hope that never happens, because we need our money, baby. And we don't need to be messing nobody's nails up. This is not Ling Ling now. No offense, but you know, we're trying to start our own business, and we don't need to be messing nobody's nails up. But yeah, like I said, right now I'm just cleaning the sides up, make sure I still have that coffin shape, and that everything is not flooding over. I'm going to be applying another bead towards the cuticle. And like I said, don't get it on the cuticle, because you're going to be caused lifting. And yeah, we're just cleaning that up. I just flicked y'all off. But that freaking middle finger, dude, oh my God. Like, the nail kept popping off, and I was just getting irritated. And basically right here, I'm just doing the same thing that I just did on the other nail. We're doing the 3-ball method, making sure that we keep the shape. And yeah. And I apologize if I sound boring or tired or just like I'm not in the mood. It's really 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm really trying to get this video done because I'm excited. I might not sound excited, but I'm actually excited to post this. And this is just like basically a trial and error thing, because this is my first video. And, you know, I love to post stuff to get, you know, constructive criticism and things like that, because we all make mistakes. And I like to show people that I make mistakes, but as I get better, I perfect my craft, and that's all that matters. Right now, I'm just cleaning up the cuticle part of that area, because, Lord, I think I got stuff all on it. And I need a new brush. I really do. And it was just giving me a hard time today. I'm like, really? But yeah, I need a new brush, because, honey, that brush is almost, it's done for it. Like, it's over with. And I got that brush from Amazon. Now, this clip right here, I'm showing how I basically did the design. Like, I know it skipped, like, a lot of parts, but I don't know what happened to the clips. But anyway, basically, I was showing you, I was using a top coat from Amazon, actually, and it's Beetles top coat, something like that. Yeah, so basically, I'm putting that on first. And after we put that clear coat on, I'm going to cure it in the lamp for 60 seconds. And then I just had to go back and put some more on that one, because that was looking a little janky. And that fly just kept flying in my video. Like, what the hell? Okay, so now I'm showing you how I did the pink glittery part. I'm using D&D gel polish in the color Snowflake, and I'm just basically doing the smile line for this. And yeah, this is where I messed up. Oh my God, I got so mad, y'all. Like, what the fuck? What the freak? But yeah, so now I'm basically redoing that and creating a new smile line. And it was just so hard for me to just get it how I wanted, because the way this lamp was set up and the way my phone was set up, like, it was just, everything was crammed in the way. Now I'm just taking that D&D nail polish and I'm just filling in the part where I'm gonna do the glitter. And yeah, just cleaning it up. And when I apply the glitter, it kind of got messy, y'all. Like, I just, at this point, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do this. And I'm applying the glitter while the white polish is still wet. I haven't cured it yet. I applied the glitter on top of the white polish, and I'm just taking that other nail tip and dipping that in there just to get the glitter on top of there. Like, I know this is ghetto, but at this point I was like, I'm trying to get this done because I'm getting irritated. So I did that real quick. A little 1 2 real quick. And right there, this one, I wasn't feeling it, y'all. Okay, I wouldn't necessarily say that this set was ugly, but it just didn't turn out how I thought it was gonna be. You know how you plan something in your head and you think it's gonna be cute, but then when you do it, it's like, mm-mm. So yeah. But thank you guys so much for tuning into my first YouTube video.